Today, we're diving deep into the latest developments from 91.1, and, oh boy, do we have some things to unpack. Specifically, we're talking about Eddie Diaz and why the show seems to be stuck on repeat with his storyline. Yep, it's like déjà vu all over again. And honestly, it's starting to feel a little frustrating. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest breakdowns. All right, let's do this. All right? So Season 8 of 91.1 is halfway through, and while most of the characters have had their drama resolved pretty quickly, Eddie's story is lingering. I mean, Christopher moved to Texas because of that whole Vertigo incident, and since then, Eddie has been grappling with guilt and self-blame. Fair enough. But here's the thing. This storyline feels eerily similar to what we saw back in Season 5. Remember that? He left the 118 to work a safer job at Dispatch because Christopher was scared for his dad's life. It was a big moment for Eddie's character, addressing his PTSD and showing his devotion as a father. But now, in Season 8, we're back to square one. Eddie considering another life-altering move to Texas. Why 91.1? Why are we doing this again? And I get it. Brad Torrance gave Eddie some heartfelt advice. And sure, it's made him reconsider his priorities. But does Eddie really need to uproot his entire life again to prove his love for Christopher? What's the endgame here? That's the question everyone's asking. Look, Eddie Diaz is one of the most compelling characters on 91.1. He's a single dad, a firefighter, and someone who's dealt with real struggles. Grief, PTSD, and now, the challenge of letting his son grow up. These are real emotions, and the show has done a great job of making us care deeply about Eddie's journey. But here's where it gets tricky. Eddie's guilt over Christopher leaving is driving every storyline he's had this season. From helping a father reconnect with his son on a call to shaving his iconic moustache after a chat with Father Brian, every action he's taken is rooted in this guilt. While that's relatable, it's also starting to feel repetitive. Character growth is essential, especially in a long-running show like 91.1. Eddie grew a lot in Season 5, when he finally got help for his PTSD and had that honest conversation with Christopher. It was powerful, emotional, and felt like real progress. But now, he's back to punishing himself for things that aren't entirely his fault. Instead of working through his issues in Los Angeles with the people who care about him, he's ready to pack up and move to Texas. It's like the show is saying, hey, remember Season 5? Let's do that again. Come on. 91.1. He deserves better than to be stuck in this loop of self-sacrifice and guilt. All right, so let's take a step back. Why is 91.1 dragging this storyline out? Is there a bigger plan here? Some fans think this could lead to Eddie finally bringing Christopher back to Los Angeles. Others believe it's all a setup for something even bigger, like addressing those lingering sparks between Eddie and Buck. Yep, Buddie shippers, I see you. If the show is building towards either of those outcomes, then fine, I'll admit it. It could be worth the wait. But here's the problem. The pacing. 91.1 is usually fast-paced, resolving major storylines in a matter of episodes. But this one, it's been dragging on for half a season. That's a long time to watch Eddie mope around, feeling sorry for himself. So, how does 91.1 fix this? Simple. Let Eddie and Christopher have an honest, heartfelt conversation. Just like in Season 5. Eddie needs to hear from Christopher what he truly wants. Does Christopher even want Eddie to move to Texas? Or is Eddie just assuming that's the only way to be a good dad? And hey, while we're at it, let's see Eddie lean on his friends at the 118. His team is his family, and they've been there for him through everything. Why not show more of that camaraderie and support? Eddie doesn't have to go through this alone. Here's the bottom line. Eddie Diaz is a fantastic character, and he deserves a storyline that moves him forward, not backward. Yes, his love for Christopher is the driving force in his life. But that doesn't mean Eddie has to sacrifice everything to prove it. Let's see him grow, heal, and find happiness. Not just for Christopher, but for himself too. So, what do you think? Is 91.1 repeating Eddie's Season 5 storyline? Are you as frustrated as I am? Or do you think there's a deeper purpose here? Let me know in the comments below, and let's get the conversation started. That's it for today, folks. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more 91 updates, character deep dives, and all the TV drama you love. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Stay safe, everyone.